Thank you so much for purchasing this LMP2 V 2.0 pack setups per track. Let's talk about how to drive the LMP2 most effectively, how to use the setups, and things you need to look out for how you drive the car. Because you can spin and upset the car with the brakes, but I will explain how that works. So think about this. On every track, you get the skill levels. So you have Bahrain skill levels, Interlagos skill levels, and that's what we're gonna show you, because I'm gonna drive a little bit and show with telemetry what you need to look out for. High downforce levels and mid downforce. So I'll put mid downforce here to give you an advantage on the straight. It really depends on how skilled you are and competition. Normally, if you have like 5 setups, so for instance, we have 5 high downforce setups on this track, you pick a high downforce. That's probably the most favorable for lap time, but mid downforce level is going to be faster on the straight. So you'll see on Monza, Le Mans, you have low downforce setups. These ones are created for top speed. So what are the difference then in levels? On the high speed, the LMP2 is kind of a car that wants to rotate because of the massive amount of downforce it has. And a level 1, take note, you can still be mega quick in a level 1. But the level 1 is different in different nuances, and you really need to understand what these differences are, so you can also carry maybe a level 1 or a level 4 settings and like change them out for yourself to squeeze out the most, because when you're on the limit, things change a little bit. So for instance, if I take a level 1.2, it will have different pedal force, brake bias. Also, it will have different suspension, different ride heights, sometimes different dampers, different edge-to-roll bars. They are completely different. They have more traction control, they have more preload, all into favoring the car, making the car safe. All right, so you need to check the solver to get rid of the safety and to unlock lap time, but you can still be quick on a level 1 or 2 or 3. So what does this do, pedal force? When you hit the brakes fully on the end straight, and I will show that in a minute, you get the most braking performance. But if you use more pedal force, your brake pedal becomes super sensitive. Now in theory, you would say that on the max pedal force, you got the most braking performance on the high speed state. But it's also very, very easy to lock it up. So there's no point in running at 100%, if you ask me. Lower levels will have less pedal force, so it will be easier to maintain control. And the best thing about the lower pedal force is that when you're on the straight, high speed, you hit the brakes, and when you almost lock up, so you can hear it in the sound of the car, you hear the squeaky noise from the tires. As soon as you release the brakes, then you regain control way quicker with this pedal force in combination with the brake bias. Also with all the other suspension stuff, making the car more safe. So the goal of the level 1 and 2 is that you don't spin. Level 3, 4, 5, if you abuse the braking and steering, you're gonna spin the car. A little bit of a feature. If you wanna go fast, you're gonna have the danger as well. Well, now I will show you how to drive this car properly. And also how to practice this car. Because it's a lot of driving involved. And I think if you watch this fully, so let's use the 3.2. I will show you how you need to drive this car. I'm gonna do that in VR to give you the best example, okay? So you have the input telemetry, as you can see. Now, first thing you wanna do, you have cold brakes. So you need to heat up those brakes, okay? And if they're on, let's say 300 degrees, then they work optimally, that you heated them up. And you don't have to be all the time 300 degrees, but okay, let me show you how to drive it. Especially when you came from GT3 cars, you need to understand that at this moment, Now the car becomes really strong. So I have all the downforce and all, like, the car is, you can really be on aggressive on the steering, but then as I'm braking and releasing the brakes, now the car is sensitive. Now I hit the throttle again, I go faster. And look at the braking. You see how big of a spike that is? Now also when you're on these slow corners, you're only braking a little bit. You see, like, I'm only like 15%, 20%, also here as well. Like, there's nothing going on here. You see how easy I lock it up? When I have more pedal force, that's happening more quickly. Now, as I'm driving this lap like this, full throttle. The difficulty with LMP2 is when you drive on high speed like this, you can be really aggressive on the steering, you can hit the brakes hard, you can steer aggressively like this, but then when we're in the braking zone we need to bleed off slowly, be patient with the throttle like this, and then as soon as we hit the 160, 180 mark, then the downforce drops in and we can be really aggressive in steering. So we really need to learn how to switch between this low speed behavior and high speed behavior. Downforce, downforce, I can hit the throttle here and now bleed off the brakes and be very gentle. Over here as well, gentle. You see, now I just used the brakes too much, but because we're on a level 3, we were not upsetting the car or spinning. And that's basically the idea, because most of the other drivers will spin the car at some point. Now, where does this mid downforce come in? And this is this moment. This moment in time, the mid downforce setup has an advantage over this setup. But for me, it's impossible to figure out how fast you are going to be with the mid downforce setup. So, and this how you can see where I'm abusing the throttle. Okay, on a level 1, this will not happen. And on a level 4, this is gonna happen more quickly. When you spin the car a lot, or you feel like you're spinning, you can just bring the brake bias up, put it on your steering wheel, and then you'll be fine. Also for the differential, if you lower it, you'll make the car oversteer. When you higher it, it gets more stable under the braking. You'll see this on different levels as well. I put this in the solver too. This one is important. The preload is important. Traction control values. If you want to be safe, 666. If you want to be quick, 444, but you need to be careful on the throttle. Furthermore, yeah, that's basically it. If you have any questions on this video or the car in general, please let me know. I'm constantly evolving and improving these setups as I go. Good luck with the setups.